Hello there. So in today's video, we're going to be comparing two virtual social media platforms. Now, these are not real social media platforms per se, but they're apps that simulate a social media space with virtual people like AIs, where they comment on whatever you post. Now, I've already reviewed one of these apps called Start This Sims but Social Media. Check the link in the description so that way you can watch that video and use the app for yourself if you want to. But yeah, in today's video, we're going to be comparing Status, that app, and another social media app that I've been testing out called Social AI. Now, first of all, let's talk about Status. Now, Status is obviously like a social media, virtual social media type of thing. And with Status, one thing that I like that is cool about the app is the fact that it has a lot of customization where now that you can create like different scenarios as they call it in the app or profiles. So now, like for example, if you want to create a social media where you're like this type of character, where you have a certain type of persona, and you want to create another like scenario or profile where now that you have something else that's different, you can do that on the app as well. Now with the app, you can select a fandom where you want your world to be in, like social media world. Like for example, if you want everybody to be like a Harry Potter fan or a Jujutsu Kaisen fan or an anime fan, whatever that type of stuff, you can select that, or you can even create your own fandom. Like one fandom I created is the Nigerian fandom, like where everybody acts Nigerian. And one cool thing about the app is the fact that you can publish any scenario that you make. So if you want to actually check out the Nigerian scenario, which I think is pretty cool and funny, click on the link in the description and use my code as well when you're gonna play Status, okay? And with Status, you can also create custom characters. Like now, whenever you make a tweet, that custom character will always like respond to your tweets and stuff. So you can create the character, like you can change their gender, you can change like their image, you can change how many followers they have, you can even put a description for your character. So whenever you put a description for your character, that character is always going to act in that way based on how you describe the character. And I think it's really cool because for me, I created different Nigerian characters, like people like Rema, Davido, Thames, Ira Star, and Ashake. I made five of them, and if you check Status, you can find five of these characters. They're public and they're free to use. Like on Status now, you can make a character public that anybody could use it whenever they're playing their own game, like their own version of Status, or you can make it private that it's only for your world that you can see that character and no one else can. And for starters, you can also describe yourself. Like now, if you describe your character like who you want to be in the game, basically people will treat you that way. So if you're someone who describes themselves as a fun-loving person, people will treat you as a fun-loving person, that type of thing. And you can even describe your world as well. Like if you want your world, like everybody acts like this and that, you can actually, make the world to be that way. But one cool thing about Status for me has to be the missions. So now you get missions based on however you set up your world and yourself and everything. So, they can tell you, okay, post about a tweet that talks about this and that. And then when you post about that tweet, something like that, you get XP where you can level up and everything, which is pretty cool. And then you can level up your character so that way whenever you tweet something, it can help you to get more followers and more aura and more XP, that type of stuff. Like just playing Status, like the game, the app, whatever, it's super interactive because anytime you tweet anything, you get people to respond. And for me, based on my play with Status, the responses feel so realistic. Like to be very honest with you, like one time I was playing Status and I told everybody speak French and then translate what you mean in English and look at the responses. Like look at them on the screen. Like tell me you will not laugh. Like it feels realistic. But one thing that shocked me when it came to character creation in the game is that a character you create can actually hate you and block you. So for example, I created Thames in the game. Thames, the Nigerian singer. So I created a scenario where I was like a vendor, where I was selling clothes and everything. And do you know what happened? Thames blocked me because I was selling clothes and everything. I think I was trying to sell things to her. She now said blocked. She actually blocked me. And even got to the point where now that in the game, like she even blocked everybody else. Like, and I was really shocked. Like, she was like, leave me alone. Like the terms I created, I don't know. She has a lot of attitude, and I like that. It feels realistic. She actually blocked me in the game, and I was in shock. Like, I thought just for some to an extent, I thought that it was real. I thought that she was actually blocking me herself for real. I was in so much shock. Like, that should show you how cool that game is, how realistic it is. Like, it's not exactly realistic, but to an extent, it feels that way. And even on style, it's like you have the option to DM characters that you create, and I think it's really cool as well. But then I just feel as if like this thing feels a little lackluster in my opinion. I feel as if they could do more with the DMs feature. But the main thing that I hate about the stylist app is the fact that this app always has heavy traffic. Like whenever I want to open the app, they tell me wait 15 minutes before I can play, and it gets so annoying sometimes. Like, to be very honest with you, even in the middle of a play, they can just tell you to wait 15 minutes. That there's so much traffic and everything, and it's really really annoying. And I just wish that maybe they could do something. Maybe they could upgrade their servers so that it can accommodate more people. Because I think that sign of the game having so much traffic shows how many people are using it. Shows how good the game is. Like in my opinion, that's like a sign to me that this game is good. So yeah. Okay, so we finished talking about studies so much. I praise them as if they're God. Okay, so now we're gonna talk about social AI. Now for social AI, it has like a similar premise to status, but not exactly. Now, when it comes to social AI, this app looks and feels like you're using Twitter. Like it feels that way. Now, when you use social AI, it will ask you, okay, what type of followers or audience do you want? Like, it will tell you like what types of one do you want people that are happy, supportive, angry, that type of stuff. You can select the type of people that you want, and then anytime you make a tweet about anything, those type of people will respond to your tweets and stuff. So it has things like how you can like, you can mention, you can repost and share your tweets. That's one thing it has that I think is pretty cool. Like it feels a lot like Twitter. But then one issue I have with the app is the fact that the responses are not realistic. They feel like ChatGPT. Like whenever I make a tweet and talk about something, it feels like ChatGPT is responding to me. Like when you ChatGPT, that's how it feels like. Like they'll be like, oh, this or that. Like they'll keep on saying the same thing, and I don't like it. One other thing that annoys me with the app is the fact that if I make a tweet and I want to see the responses, it will take forever for these responses to load. That I have to keep on closing and opening the app, and yet I can't see the responses. But however, they'll be giving me notifications about people making all these response tweets to whatever I make on the app and everything. I can see those response tweets, but then when I want to see like the tweets I made that I posted by myself and see the responses, I can't see that for some reason, which is weird. Now, for me, at the end of the day, between the two apps, I think I'll pick Status because Status is a bit more realistic, like in terms of how they respond. Now, Status does feel like Twitter, but not exactly Twitter per se. Like, it doesn't feel exactly that type of way, in my opinion. But however, social AI feels more like the Twitter. Like, it would be cool if now there was an app that combined the two of them, like, and we got something that was, Twitter looking and realistic at the same time. I mean, status, I just love it so much because it has so much customization and interactivity. So yeah, this is not the clown's social AI. I think that app is good in its own regard, but for me personally, I have to end up picking status because I just love it so much. I'm attached to status at this point. So yeah, I want to test out more of these social AI virtual apps because I've been seeing a lot of them, like a lot of them pop up on the App Store and all that. So it would be cool to try. And also, have you ever tried out Status and Character AI? Either of them? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, okay? And as always, I hope I see you guys next time. Goodbye.